in halacha. If you lit for these 8 days, only one candle every day, not like we do today. First day, 1. Second day, 2. Third day, 3. Fourth day, 4, and so forth and so on. Every day, first day 1, second day 1, third day 1, 8th day 1, you still fulfill the mitzvah of lighting Chanukah candles. Of course, the best. It's called Mehadrin Mina Mehadrin, the best of the best. For those who wish to beautify the mitzvot, to light every day, to add one more candle. In case you don't have enough oil or material to do that, 1 candle a day is enough. How long it should last? Why wouldn't I? Can I just lit a match? It will hold for 30 seconds. I'll send the blessing, I'll hold it, or I'll place it, and that's enough. What's the minimum time required?
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Should I light these 30, you're saying 30 minutes. Should I light these 30 minutes during the day? During the night? After the stars comes out? When the sun
first
comes
night?
out?
The first night or the second? Or what are you talking
Every
about?
day.
It has to be dark.
So, we'll see. It's an halachot, but Hashem will answer it today. It also says here that the community charity trustees need to take care of these people to make sure that everyone has enough oil to, or any other material to perform this mitzvah. If you know anybody that has some issues, problems to get enough to buy it, make effort to do it. It's cheap. You can get such a great mitzvah that will give you the reward that is promised in the Gemara. The children will become scholars for peanuts, for a few dollars. Get them the candles, get them the Chanukah, get them the oil. If you know anybody that needs, you'll be blessed. You're participating in this mitzvah, in his mitzvah. Every time you say the berachot, you have a share in his mitzvah. So why not? You know anybody? Give. Okay. I'm gonna move on to the next topic. Number of lights to be kindled. Who should lit the candles? And how many Chanukiyot? Chanukiyot is the candle holders. It's called Chanukah. How many we should have at home? Let's say it's a house with 5 members. 2 parents and 3 children.
1.
You go to some houses, you see 6 Chanukiyot, 7 Chanukiyot, 10 Chanukiyot. You go to one house, you see 1 Chanukiyah. Then you think, maybe you can afford it. So you go to another house, you see a mansion, a beautiful house, they can buy the whole factory, and they have 1 Chanukah. You go to a poor house, and you see 10 Chanukiyot, and then you wonder, what is going on here?
Some know the halakha, some don't.
So you say some halakha,
Some Ashkenaz and some are
Oh, so that's the difference. Ashkenaz or Sfarad. The Sephardi custom, following the Shulchan Aruch, 1 Chanukah for the entire household. And the head of the household should lit the candle. Chanukah. If he wanted to give to someone else, he can give to his child. No, that's okay. As long as he lit the new candle every day, the first candle, the new candle that we added, the rest he can give it to his 7, 8 years old child. Ashkenazi hold that every member of the household should have their own Chanukah. That's the only difference on the Ashkenazi. What would be the case if your son comes from school and he says, look at the beautiful Chanukah I did. You get so excited, it's such a beautiful Chanukah. And he wants to use his own. You already prepared the Chanukah for Chanukah. The child's going to cry. What you going to do? You're supposed to have only 1. You're Sephardi. The minhag is 1. He went to a synagogue, to a school, that the teachers that they can do whatever, or they told them, they prepare your Chanukah to lit on Chanukah. Here, your own wisdom, knowledge become an essence. What do?
You can let them light after you light.
You light the candles, Chanukah, and let him lit his own without saying the blessing.
Right.
Or say Baruch Atah Hashem.
Yeah.
Just a child, give them the confidence that
So
he
can
knows
do it,
something, he can do it, he's mature. We want the children to love the mitzvah. We don't do it to reject them. But you can say, no, what Chanukah? Take your Chanukah away. This is stupidity, it's stupid.
Yeah.
We want to encourage them. How you want them to become scholars when they don't practice anything?
Yeah.
Sometimes use your own wisdom.
Maybe that's the reason why they cannot do it, no?
No, they hold that every member of the house should have the mitzvah to do it himself. That's by the Ramah. Okay. Question number 3. Imagine to yourself, this is Tuesday. It's the 3rd day. We'll look at it. This year we're starting, Be'ezrat Hashem, it's the year of 2016. It's the end of 2016. But according to the Jewish calendar, it's 5,777. Tash'az, Tafshin Ayin Zayin. You're starting in Motzei Shabbat. Sunday is the first day. You're starting on Saturday night. Fine. Tuesday, you're supposed to leave 3 candles. 3 candles. You accidentally lit 4. Your friends lit 2. You added 1. He took away 1. He took off 1. None of you lit 3 candles. It's supposed to be on the 3rd day. So you're meeting 2 hours later for a dinner or something. Candles already off. Done with the Halachot. And then you notice, both of you, that you did the mistake. He 2, you 4. You finish with the Halachot. What will be the case? Did these guys fulfill the mitzvah?
Yeah, because you're supposed to light the candle.
So what the halacha says about it?
You didn't count right, but you still lit the candle.
Why? The obligation is how many?
At least 3.
The
At least
obligation.
one, every
Every day should be at least
1.
So, leading 2, I know I'm supposed to do 3, but the 1 is there. I'm good. The 4, he added extra, but he still has the 1.
Right. You still fulfill them.
So the halacha says if someone made a mistake and kindled more than 1 light on the first night of Chanukah, or if he kindled more than the prescribed number of lights on any of the nights of Chanukah, he has nevertheless fulfilled the mitzvah. The extra lights that he kindled do not negate the mitzvah. Okay? Next time, pay attention.
Yeah.
You know, you'd be surprised, but I've noticed in some houses, you go and people are messing it up. After the 4th or 5th day, mistakenly, they're either adding or they subtract from the amount of candles. It happens mistakenly. Okay? So you tell them, don't worry about it, you already fulfilled the mitzvah. Okay. Where you should, just stuff. Where one should place his Chanukah. So we've learned that the best place to place the Chanukah, first of all, in which height? Should we put it on the floor?
No.
Should I put it high? What's the measurement? Where is the best place for Chanukah? The Chanukah, the whole set, the menorah. Where should be placed?
36 inches?
3 feet or a meter from the...
Okay, so let me give the numbers. It is preferable according to the halacha that the Chanukah lights be positioned no higher than 10 tefachim, which is 80 centimeters, almost a meter, or 32 inches, from the floor of one's home. If, however, someone placed them higher than this, he has fulfilled the mitzvah. It's okay. the light should be positioned no lower than 3 tefachim, 24 centimeters, which is 10 inches, above the floor. If someone positioned the lights within 3 tefachim of the floor, some poskim rule that he has not fulfilled the mitzvah whatsoever. But others rule that although he should not have kindled them in this position, he has fulfilled the mitzvah. Nevertheless, in practice, if someone did kindle his lights this low, he should extinguish them, raise the level of the lights, and kindle them again. But he may not recite the blessing a second time. Even if the candles are positioned within 3 tefachim, 3 tefachim is 10 inches, 24 centimeters, of the floor, as long as the flames of their lights are above 3 tefachim from the floor, it is acceptable. So I care about where the flame is. This is the level above, fine. If I'm here, it's still okay. And if I'm here, it's bad.
Like here in our windows, it's 10 inches from the floor.
So you put it above and you have the Chanukah, so it's way up. Anyway, as long as the flame of their lights are above the 3 tefachim from the floor, it is acceptable. The main concern is the height of the flames of the lights. Okay, I think we'll do one more halacha and we'll go to the next one. How long is it already?
26.
26? Okay, that's the last halacha for today. In the house, where is the best place to put the Chanukah, the menorah?
By the window.
In the window. The opposite of the mezuzah or something.
Oh, so Yafa say that the best place is opposite the mezuzah.
Yeah.
You're right. Why? What's the idea behind it? Huh?
Because that way you can still do the blessing. You don't,
I have mezuzah here.
yeah.
I have the candles here.
Yeah.
And I'm passing in between. I'm standing in between.
Between two
I'm
blessings,
surrounded
by blessings.
blessings and mitzvot.
Yeah.
And imagine to yourself that I am wearing a tzitzit, talit katan. It's a 3 mitzvot that protects the house. You know, statistically, I think if you check, you see it's the less burglary on Chanukah. I never checked that. But some people say, okay, because people see the lights, they think people in the house. Whatever the lights are off.
It's good.
The blessing of the house, it's so good. It's good anyway, right?
The other people have their lights on all over the house and they get rubbed more
Right.
this time.
Right? So it's a blessing, it's such a great blessing. I think, never checked that statistically, it's protective. It's such a blessing that you can feel it these 8 days. I will read this halacha and we conclude with this. The preferred method of fulfilling this mitzvah is to kindle the Hanukkah lights outside the doorway of one's home, within 1 tefach of the doorway. They should be, tefach is this, when I say tefach, this is the measurement, more or less. Okay? It should be positioned on the left side of the doorway when facing it from outside, so that when someone enters, he finds the mezuzah on his right and the Hanukkah lights on his left. In this way, whenever someone exits or enters the home, he is surrounded by mitzvot. This is especially so if the spiritual. So, if a person is wearing a talit katan, tzitzit, for that he is surrounded by 3 mitzvot. This gives him a special spiritual boost and the strength to remain strong in his observance of mitzvot, even in the face of difficulties. This is our sage's interpretation of the verse in Kohelet, Ecclesiastes 4:12. A rope woven from 3 strands will not quickly unravel. This is the power of the Torah and the mitzvot that Hashem gives us for peanuts, for nothing. In the case you can't do that, you might break, you live in the building, they won't allow it, fine. Leave it in the kitchen, the table, I don't know, by the window, depends where you're at, which floor are you, or Mezrasha will study it next week. We'll answer more halachot, more questions in the halacha. Why we eat donuts? What's the idea behind it? And so forth and so on. On behalf of Ohev Israel Foundation, from the House of the Medinas, we are finishing the halacha class. We'll see you in the next class of Musar. Stay tuned. To be continued. TBC.